Hello, welcome to the BS with the Boys podcast. I'm here with myself, Logan, Gavin, Khalid, and our friend Jesse, who's on a call, because he's all the way in Texas. How are you guys doing?
I am good.
He'll be back soon.
This was second intro. This is the first time we actually had to restart because of technical problems.
Because of recording Jesse's phone call. So how you doing, Jesse?
I'm doing all right, I guess. I'm kind of upset about something.
Yeah, it happens.
What are you,
Yeah.
what are you upset about?
He doesn't have to talk about it if he doesn't want to.
It's fine. It's cool stuff.
Okay.
That makes more
The
sense.
eternal torture.
The eternal torture. So,
Yeah.
going back off of the original intro, Gav, how do you feel about watching Oppenheimer?
As I said 5 minutes ago, I feel like I don't want to say I feel like people are overplaying the movie, but I have such high expectations for this movie because of the amount of praise I've seen, and I'm so scared I'm not going to like this movie.
Listen, I have full faith in Oppenheimer.
I have so much... No, okay, well, Christopher Nolan is probably one of the best movie directors ever, but I have so much respect and faith in his movies because all of them have been good, except for Inception. That's a hot
Khalid
take.
is that one of your favorite movies?
Well, no. Interstellar is one of my favorite movies. Inception's different.
Oh, Inception. Oh,
Yeah,
that's what most people
Inception, the story for Inception was not it, but the graphics are really cool. I really couldn't understand anything that happened to the movie. But, yeah, I'm so scared this movie's going to be bad. And it's the same thing for, like, what's the movie that came out not too long ago that we wanted to see? I don't remember, but...
Oh, Asteroid City?
Moonfall.
Oh, Moonfall.
Oh, I saw that in the theater with...
We all was like, oh, Moonfall is going to look... Like, the trailers made that movie look so good.
I watched Moonfall.
Yeah, so did I.
Oh,
And that
okay.
shit was not that good. It was not good.
That was one of the best theater experiences, though, because the movie was awful, but, like, it was so bad that we just laughed at it the whole movie. Like, it was just so dumb.
Quiet Place 2.
I saw that with, Quiet Place 2 is actually good, though.
Yeah,
Quiet Place 2 is good, but we would not shut the fuck up during that movie.
Because I saw that with Paul, Tristan, and, maybe, I think Taj. I think we all saw it. And the trailers looked, alright. Like, I was interested to see it. It was just so dumb. Like, it was, like one of those movies where, like, it was just so, just convoluted and just dumb. We just laughed at it. We laughed so hard at the part where, when they're about to go to the moon, and remember, like, his son goes, the rest of the movie, that guy's son in the truck, like, he goes, there's, like, a side mission with him and, Michael Pena? Remember, like, the guy's son, like, he didn't, when, Patrick Wilson, Halle Berry, and the other guy went to the moon, it was, like, Patrick Wilson's son was still on Earth while it was all crumbling down. And remember, right before he leaves, he's just like, take this gun and we'll protect you. We all laughed, like, how the fuck is a gun going to protect you from the moon falling? Like, we laughed so hard.
What was the, Don't Look Up? Was that the movie?
That movie's good.
Okay, there's a scene where they have, like, LMGs, and as it's coming to kill everybody, they're just shooting the LMGs at the asteroid, if that was, I think it was an asteroid, or a meteor, or one of the two. And I remember seeing that scene. I thought it was, like, the most American shit I've ever seen. It's like,
Chris
yes,
Redfield.
meteor about to kill everybody. Let's just shoot my fucking gun at
The
it.
one part of that movie that I thought was stupid was when they just stopped the whole movie just for Ariana Grande to sing a 3-minute song, which was on the soundtrack.
When they're all about to die at the end? Was that?
No, remember when they're trying to do the campaign at Don't Look Up, when they're trying to warn people about it, they have, like, that whole concert. And and it was a song that was on the sound, like, she made for the movie, and they just stopped the movie just so she could sing the song for, like, 2 minutes.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought that was a great movie. I just thought that part was stupid.
I don't know. A lot of people hate that movie.
I really liked it.
I don't know if this is
Nominated
the same movie,
nominated for Best
'cause
Picture.
I don't think I've seen Don't Look Up.
It was.
But I remember there being a movie where, like, if you look at the moon, you are, like, hypnotized.
No, it's not the same movie.
What movie was that?
I have no idea.
I forget what
But,
it was
like,
called.
I know it's a black guy and a white girl who play a couple together, and they're all freaking out because, like, everyone keeps texting them and calling them, "The moon is so pretty. Why don't you look at the moon?" And like everyone is just outside doing crazy shit, and
No.
like
That sounds fucking horrifying.
it's such an
If
interesting.
I ever get a text from one of y'all to look at the moon, that's the one thing I'm not gonna do, bro.
Fucking. All right. Well, I'm gonna need to know.
I gotta find this movie. I'll do
2.
that.
Your Stranger Things pizza scene.
Did you find it?
I forgot.
Did you find it?
I have not found it because I didn't look for it.
Unfortunately, I didn't look for it, but Jesse here says that you exaggerated the fuck out of that scene.
Yeah, I think he did too. I didn't look for it.
So,
Well, then explain.
Jesse, he's asking you to explain.
Did Jesse find it? Did he look at the scene?
So I didn't find the scene because I didn't realize y'all would forget. But I do remember that scene like pretty well. So from what I got from Gavin's thing, he said that the whole of them of discussing the pizza was 10 minutes, right?
Yeah, he said 10 minutes.
Yeah, that is a whole fucking lie.
There you go. You heard it here.
Because they spent, I don't know, maybe a good 15 at the pizza restaurant in total. That includes them getting in, setting up the entire thing. Argyle doing whatever his name is, doing his whole...
Will talking to his brother that he's gay, right? That was one part.
Yeah, that whole coming out scene. Mike and Elle having their little couple talk, and then him bringing us the pizza, being like, y'all, you need to try this goated pizza, which pineapple on pizza is goated. So
I remember that.
they're like, nah, what you talking about? And then Elle's like, became like a goat because she said, yo, this is really good. Because, you know, it is good.
Yes, pineapple on pizza supremacy.
Yes.
I don't know. The only thing I'm worried about to try pineapple on pizza is how do you mix a cold item on hot food?
Listen, it works. You just have to try it. How do you eat something hot and then drink like cold water? It's literally like the same premise. It's just
Yeah, but the pineapple isn't cold. The pineapple's warm. How do you have a cold thing? That's like eating.
Well, I mean, I guess it depends where you get the
That's like
pineapple from.
eating. Say like you're eating like pasta and with a cold drink.
Okay.
Cold pasta and a hot drink. It just don't work in my mind.
Yeah, I'm gonna force you to try pineapple pizza. Okay, so Logan, you're watching 5 movies this weekend.
Yes, let me try to remember what they all are. Okay, so tonight I'm seeing a mystery movie. I'd regularly do like Mystery Movie Mondays.
Oh, so you have
where
no
they
idea
show,
what it is.
Where they show a movie early, like a few weeks before it comes out. We know it's rated PG-13, and that it's going to be around, the times that they list aren't exact, but it's 2 hours and 20 minutes. We think it's going to be Gran Turismo. That's what me
I'm
and
jealous.
That's
I
what
wanna
me and
watch
Paul
that
are guessing
movie.
it's going to be. Last week it was Sorry?
And I was saying, when you said mystery movie, I thought you meant the genre, so I was really like, how was that a mystery movie? Gran Turismo, isn't that the racing one?
No, so yeah, they Regal every month, like every Monday or every other Monday do a mystery movie where they show a movie early, but they don't tell you what it is. Whatever the last one was, we saw the last one, and then the one, I think before, the last one was this movie called Talk to Me, which was a horror movie from A24 about, I thought it was good, Paul thought it was amazing, I didn't think it was that good.
No,
like,
so it's
I
ass,
liked
so
it, though.
it's a garbage movie.
I liked it. I thought it was good, but he thought it was amazing.
A24 has a pretty banger lineup.
Okay,
though.
but if Paul thinks it's gas, then...
That's what I was saying. I don't trust Paul.
And then we didn't see the one before that, which was apparently this movie called Theater Camp. I don't know what that is. But before that, we saw it, and it was that DreamWorks movie about the girl who's a Kraken.
Ew.
That one.
Ew.
And that was not that good. It was not horrible, but it wasn't good.
Oh, Logan,
Yes.
real quick. Have you seen Elemental?
Yes, and I liked it a lot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Yes, sir.
I liked it a lot.
That movie was done so dirty in terms of marketing, bro.
Yeah. I liked it. I thought it was really good. Because I didn't think it was gonna be that good from the marketing, but like, and they didn't market it at all, and I thought it was solid.
I had the lowest expectations, and I'm just like, bro, this movie about to be ass.
Oh
right?
my gosh,
I
did you see the trailer though for that next movie? They're doing what's it called, Elio? I literally turned to Paul and I'm like, we gotta take Elio to go see this. When it comes out. I turned to Paul, I'm like, we gotta take him to go see this, man. We gotta.
What is it about?
I don't know, but it's called Elio, so we gotta take him.
Where did you... What?
I haven't
Where
heard
did
of
you
that,
see
but I'm
this
gonna
as
look
well?
this up real quick.
Yeah, I'm saying,
Hold
like, what
up.
did you hear of this? Is this like
It was a trailer that they showed for this new Pixar movie called Elio. It was the first time I'd ever heard of it, and it's their next movie coming out. I think like this November. And I just turned to Paul. I'm like, we gotta make a party. We all gotta take Elio to go see this. It would be amazing if it came out around the time during his birthday. That would be amazing.
What is this?
No, talking about
I'm
November,
not playing no audio or nothing, but
November 3rd,
Wait, what, Jesse?
Invincible season 2.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Gavin, bro.
Okay,
Gavin, bro.
you got some nerve, but alright, whatever.
Right, bro.
Oh wait, we were
Gavin
talking
really
about the.
waits till the last minute to
Bro,
get stuff
right?
done.
We've been trying to get you to watch this shit since it came out. But you know what? It's alright, whatever.
Okay.
I did that for Boys season 3.
You did that shit for Breath of the Wild.
I've
too.
seen The Boys. I've seen all
Shut
3
the hell
seasons.
up. I'm still not done Breath of the Wild.
I know.
You're not done with the boy?
I've
No,
seen The
Breath of
Boys.
the
No, I
Wild.
watched the whole thing. Oh, you're talking about Gavin with Breath.
Yeah.
Gavin apparently hasn't finished Breath of the Wild. The new one or the
The
Oh,
old
oh,
one.
that-
old one? No, I haven't finished Breath of the Wild either.
I only bought it for the first time like a week before Tears of the Kingdom came out.
Well, see, the difference is we've been pressing him to like watch shows and
I got a
stuff, and he
Switch.
never watches it.
I got a Switch like 2 months after launch, and I got Breath of the Wild with it, and I still haven't beaten it. I've played it though. It's a great game from what I played.
Okay, so you said the mystery movie.
So the mystery movie. Then I'm seeing Barbie tomorrow, which I've heard nothing but amazing things about, including from
Yeah.
Jesse and Gavin.
Didn't press to watch Barbie because I'm gonna be the only one who hasn't seen the movie.
No, well, you better see it.
Everybody see. That's the thing. That like it made $360 million worldwide. That's crazy to me.
I saw
It
this.
topped-
And half
it
of that
topped
money is from
Mario's-
adult men.
It topped Mario's open. No, it says I looked it up. 70% women.
I saw this video where they
I've
were
seen-
going
I've seen
around interviewing people on what movie they would watch, and they would be like Oppenheimer or Barbie, and the guy said, "I don't even know what Oppenheimer is, so I guess Barbie." That really got on my nerves.
I don't know.
was like,
It said Oppenheimer made like 80 million in the United States. Barbie made like 150, so it made double what Oppenheimer did.
I hate Barbie right now.
Millennials.
Millennial.
Hey, look, maybe if you watch the movie.
Although it was Christopher Nolan's highest grossing opening weekend besides the Dark Knight trilogy. For an original movie he's done. Well, even though they're not really original because
I was
it's based
about
on a
to
true
say,
story.
I was like,
But like a
huh?
non-dark like superhero, because you know those what's gonna make the most money. A non-Batman movie, it was his highest grossing like by a long shot, I think.
What about Interstellar?
Let's see what that did.
I don't think Interstellar was that popular on launch.
Let's look it up. Interstellar.
We all have our
Box.
favorite movies that are low-key hated.
Like, cause like again,
Any
this
Godzilla
movie
movie.
changed silence. Any Godzilla movie.
I love the Godzilla movies.
Oh, that's crazy.
The newer ones?
All of them.
All of them, according to.
Oh.
The only ones I really think are like
It opened at number 2 with $47 million. So Oppenheimer doubled that.
Okay.
How much? Because Inception's a popular. That's what I'm saying. Because you say you didn't like that one that much. That's the one I hear most people praise. Besides the Dark Knight trilogy. What did that make? Well, apparently that made $300 million over. Hold on.
Me trying.
62 million opening. So that's probably the close. I'm gonna
Oh,
guess it's the
62 million?
closest.
Okay. Me trying the damn hardest not to say like, because of that one TikTok comment.
if they say like one more time.
Literally.
Okay, so yeah,
Hey bro,
so we've said
who gives a fuck?
just to finish this off because we got to get to the topic still.
Yeah.
But that's gonna take a good amount of time.
And
I
we
think.
only have 45 minutes.
Okay, so
left.
I'm seeing.
Yeah.
All right, possibly Gran Turismo. It's the mystery movie, so we'll see. Barbie. Wednesday, I'm seeing some movie that's only playing at AMC. It's not playing at Regal, so I have to see it because I don't know why. Because I have Regal Unlimited, so I see all my movies at Regal. But this one it's not playing at Regal. Like Paul invited me. Let me see what it's
watching
called.
Oppenheimer at AMC in J.O.
It's called Cobweb.
Yeah.
I've never even heard of it. Paul's inviting me to go see
Fuck
it. I don't
is
know. It's a
Cobweb?
horror movie. I don't know
Oh,
what
it's
it
a
is.
horror movie.
I don't know what
Yo,
it is.
these unheard of horror movies always be the best ones too.
Fucking men coming out of nowhere.
Right? And then the only reason we watched Men is didn't we find it on Jesse's couch?
What?
I don't even remember.
I thought you guys saw it in theaters. You say because there was nothing
Yeah,
else
we
to
did,
watch.
but we were looking. I think it was Yeah, we were walking Toby that one time Jesse's family was gone, and we were like, "Yo, let's go watch a movie after this." And then we sat on Jesse's couch, and we were like, "Yo, what is this movie?" And it had like a 90% rating, and we were like, "Oh, let's go see it."
Okay.
And then it was the most remembering like movie I've ever seen. I would never forget this movie.
Okay, so we said mystery movie, Barbie, Cobweb. Okay, so Thursday, I don't know yet. I may or may not see Oppenheimer because I do want to see it. And I was going to see it with my grandparents because my grandfather wants to see it, but then I heard there's a 15-minute long prolonged sex scene with a ton of nudity.
Bro, he was just.
So
was asking him about that last night.
I'm going to see that one on my own because I'm like, nah, no way.
Watching movies by yourself is an experience.
I've heard too, it's,
That's interesting.
my projector.
Oh, because he keeps fucking touching shit.
So Gavin, for context, is literally just turning on and off my projector.
You just turn the fucking projector
turn
on.
it off.
There you go.
Stop touching.
I'm just-
Put the
You-
fucking shit down.
I've
You
been
do know
holding this
you do know light bulbs can go out, right? I'd have to replace the light bulb because they go out like it takes a while, but they still go out. Like you have to replace it.
I haven't. I literally just been
you
holding
use it a
this
bunch.
remote for like 20 minutes, and then I accidentally pushed the power button.
Okay, so possibly may or may not see Oppenheimer Thursday. Friday I'm seeing Haunted Mansion apparently with Paul, but if I'm not seeing with Paul, I'm gonna go by myself.
I've heard
But
that
he
movie's
invited me
good.
with a friend of his, so I may or may not go.
Yeah, I've heard that movie's really good.
I've heard good. So I
It's a Disney movie, right?
yeah. I mean, I also have a crush on what's her name? Shit.
Selma.
Rosario Dawson. Sorry. She's in
Rosario
it.
Dawson is in the movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, if Salma Hayek was in, I'm going day one, bro.
He said day one.
Day one. No.
That's crazy.
I've even seen like 75% of her movies, so. Yeah. I haven't even seen From Dusk Till Dawn, which is the one that she strips it and puts her foot.
So you haven't even seen it, but
I've just
you know
seen
the
that
scene?
I've just seen that scene.
Okay.
Everyone who likes Salma Hayek has seen the scene, bro.
That's crazy.
Exactly. Have you seen the actual movie, Jesse?
No.
Thank you. So we're both on the same
my
page.
God.
No shame, bro. No shame.
I've never even seen that one. What's that movie? No, not Selma. What's that? Frida, where she has a lesbian scene with and I've never seen that, but I've seen that scene.
Okay.
So, but all right, I'm saying way too much about myself right now.
Edit it out. Edit it out. Edit it out.
So you're
That
gonna-
may have to be edited out.
No, don't you fucking
No,
dare.
I wouldn't.
Gav's like, you can censor my shit, so you can censor your shit.
He's like,
Oh, I
"Mine."
figured out what he censored the other day.
Keep it.
Oh, the
keep it
bleep?
good.
Logan.
It was just the name of a school. That was why I
Yeah,
censored
it was for the school and the
Oh,
program.
The school we go to.
You said the actual school name.
So I censored it. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, what were you saying, Jesse?
No, I was gonna ask what he said, but you said it, so.
But before I re-listened to the episode,
Horrendous, like,
we were just sitting in a PlayStation party,
so long,
and it was just.
like, oh my god, I was like, what did he do?
I was like, what did he say?
I remember Khalid was telling me the next day. We were trying so hard to figure out what you said. We need you to remember. And I was like, listen, I'll watch it and I'll try and tell you, but I forgot to tell you.
I did not remember the timestamp. I was like trying so hard. Is it in the middle? Beginning?
It's like 50 minutes in. I think it's 53 minutes because I looked.
Okay.
It's pretty funny.
All right, Logan, are you gonna talk about the last movie?
Oh
the
gosh!
last
All right,
one?
let's make this 1 minute long because this is gonna go way too long.
Okay.
But
Because
Okay.
Khalid right next to you is gonna get really angry when you start going over.
Khalid, I cannot wait.
Don't
for
make
you to
him
see
get
this.
physical.
Okay, let's have a very civil discussion.
A
Right
very
now.
civil
Let's-
discussion.
I'm just gonna mention it and that's it. We're not even gonna talk about it because we have already argued about this last week. I'm not doing it again until I actually see the movie. And even then, I won't argue about it. I'll wait till we all see it. Then we can discuss it.
Well, when does it come out?
Next week on Wednesday. I'm seeing it Saturday though.
Yeah,
So
okay.
Saturday.
You want to watch it Thursday?
Okay. I'm seeing it again too. I know I'm seeing it again.
You haven't even. Okay.
Okay, if the
okay.
movie's good, I will see it. I will probably see it a few more times.
I hope
If it's good, if it's good.
I hope it's horrible.
If it's good. So Saturday at 2 p.m. Sorry, Paul just texted me to pick him up. Saturday at 2 p.m. There's a theater that's showing an early fan screen, and they're doing one on Monday too. I'm not going to that one though. They're doing an early fan screen of the new Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem, which I am excited for, but they aren't. But we will just leave that there. We will leave that there. And literally, the movie's gonna end around 4, and I'm literally driving home and heading right to work. I'm not even joking.
That's crazy.
Cool.
See, when you're driving to work,
To
and
be
you
fair-
get this phone call from me. Talking about, how was the movie?
You're like, and then when I say it was, you're like, it's ass, right? No, you're not saying anything else.
I'll just, I'll just call, be like, it was a horrible movie. Never saw it, and then just leave.
And then I will message you what I actually thought, and I will be very fair.
Very
Look-
fair. Huh?
Look, the movie's not going to be flawless. It's going to be flawed. I know that. It's going to
in
have
many,
at
many,
least
many
some
ways.
issues. No, I don't think it's going to be that flawed.
Yes.
I can't wait for this Bible message from Logan about why it's a good movie and my hate is unjustified.
Okay, whenever the reviews come out, I will also send that, just so at least, if they're good, I have something on my side at least. So I'm like, okay.
You're gonna use reviews to back up your claim.
At least that other people like it.
That's.
Okay, it's not going to be as low as a 3%. I know that. It takes very... You have to actually try to make a movie to be... Like Winnie the Pooh to be at 3%.
You have to try to make a movie.
At least the animation in that movie looks great, which most people can agree on.
God damn.
Which will at least give it some advantages.
Star
Yo.
parody being
Ironically,
absolute peak.
Ironically enough, when it comes to the animation for the Ninja Turtles movie, I know my dad specifically was hating on it because he just doesn't like anything being animated. He will not watch anything that's animated.
My dad's
That's
like
why
that too.
But I mean,
But he'll
Khalid-
watch-
He used to watch Spider-Verse with me.
Listen. That's why you gotta force your parents into to the movie theaters. I didn't tell my mom shit about Spider-Verse until she was in there, and by that point, it's too late. We're already watching the movie,
Already bought the tickets.
and all of a sudden, now it's a good movie. She thought about it the next day and came back and thought it was a great movie. Like,
Listen,
of course. Fucking
me
great
and Khalid have had this conversation before. If only our parents weren't biased. Because I know he said his mom would love 90% of the shows that we watch that are animated.
movie. Yeah.
And I know my dad's the same way. Like, I'm sitting here thinking, damn, if I really put my dad on, like, Attack on Titan, he would lose his mind.
Listen, my mom would fucking eat up Attack on Titan. I know you haven't watched it, but it's like
I'm thinking about getting into anime though, just so we can talk about it on the show. So,
thank you.
Is that the one I should start
Just
with?
don't-
No.
What should I start with then?
don't- We were trying to talk about this the other day.
we were literally talking about this. All three of us, like how we're gonna make him watch.
All right, what do I start with?
I feel like,
Well, okay.
Gav, don't
I'm not
say
gonna
some
say Full
stupid
Metal. I'm
shit.
not gonna say
Don't
Full
say some stupid shit.
because I know we both agreed on this the other day. Hunter x Hunter is a good starter anime.
Okay, but that's not like.
Okay, but it's also very long. It's a commitment.
Is Cowboy Bebop good? Because I've wanted to actually watch that. I've
Cowboy
heard good
Bebop's
things.
a classic.
Actually,
Okay.
that's a very good one.
That's
And
like
that's
the
only
last-
like
that's a-
25 episodes.
That's a
too.
very good one for you
Okay.
to start at. That's a
Yeah, it's
very
a
good one.
good starting anime.
That
actually.
one,
Good stuff.
Akira's pretty good.
Shut the fuck
It's
up.
not a good starter
I've
show,
always
but
wanted to
it's
see that though too.
That's not a starter show. That's not a starter show.
It's
That's
It's
just
a movie though.
It is a movie.
So
Yeah, but there's like 7
But there are
remakes of it
tier
as well.
levels of
I don't need to
anime
watch the
enjoyment.
remakes.
I
I just
know,
need to
you
watch
don't
the
need to.
original.
Yeah, I would not. The
Going
original's
off of,
kind of
like,
weird.
All
But you
going
know
off
what?
of
That's
all
also
the
a good one.
older like classic shows that might be good starter ones.
Wait.
Cowboy Bebop's a
I
good
have the
one.
perfect-
Don't ever watch
What is it?
Evangelion.
I have the perfect starting anime.
What
for
is
you,
it?
Bro. Have this dude go on YouTube and look up the first season of Fooly Cooly.
Don't do that.
No.
Bro's gonna come back absolutely hating everything animated. It made no sense. The villain was terrible.
It's weird though. The thing I don't like about anime is the animation style. I'm just not a. But I am watching that. It's funny though. I am watching the new Superman show, which is anime fully, basically.
Literally anime style.
Yeah, exactly. And I actually like it so far. So
Listen, every
Logan,
show
I
has
don't
its
care-
own.
I don't care what any other anime fan tells you, bro. If you need to watch it to get invested, watch in dub if you need to, bro.
yeah, I can't do subtitle. I'm sorry. I mean, I could
You
try.
will eventually. We all started at dub, and then we slowly.
Is the dialogue really that different?
in a lot of
Yeah,
things,
yeah.
Like how bad? Like
Some-
how bad
Okay,
does
well,
it?
some
or is
of
it-
them-
some of them are really good. Some of them are
some
better
of
than
some,
this.
some of the dubs are better
some
than the
dubs are a
original.
lot better.
But
Like-
there are a lot of
Naruto,
them, like where it is so painful to listen to.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I've seen like the 4Kids terrible crap. I mean,
Oh.
don't get me wrong. And some of them are bad.
They're so good.
But I thought it was
That's
really
not
just
even
only
the
those.
worst.
Like Cowboy Bebop, right? You watch that in dub. Watch
Yeah.
that in dub.
Okay,
Like,
that's because
that's-
that's probably what's on Netflix, which I
that's-
just found.
that's what
It's
you
only
should
like
watch.
25 episodes too, so it's not long.
Don't watch the
Yeah.
live action though.
Oh, I've heard that's horrible.
So
no.
bad.
All right, so I guess
All right, let's start with our the reason Jesse's even on this call today.
Winnie the Pooh.
So, for context, if you didn't watch episode 2, which you probably have if you're listening to this, last week we said we were going to watch Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, and then review it. That was a horrible mistake because I thought it was going to be really bad,
listen.
but at least entertainingly bad. It was just so bad it was boring. I mean, it was just...
I almost fell asleep in this goddamn chair.
Listen. When you get to the point where you're just all the way reclined, not even watching the fucking movie, and just groaning, that's bad. Okay, that's bad.
So
I know I was annoying the shit out of you. I'm really sitting there, spread out on this recliner, staring at the ceiling, just like for like every 5 minutes, and it was so boring.
So, what was it? The three of us, me, Gavin, and Khalid, watched it together. Jesse watched it on his own.
Unfortunately.
Right?
Bro, I had to download a VPN to watch it.
You should hear how we watched it, Jesse. We got a... Also, I don't condone piracy, even though this kind of says
Almost
I do.
Where do you watch it?
Yeah, literally, you have to rent it for like $6. I'm like, I'm not renting this shit for $6.
Yeah,
Giving
that's what I
us
had to do.
filthy.
So
Filthy
we
director's
were
movie.
trying to do it with a
Curse
Chromecast,
me.
but we couldn't figure it out because it would be better with AirPlay, but we didn't have AirPlay down here. So literally, I got my Fire Stick and we went to the Amazon Silk browser and went to like 1-2-3 movies, I think.
Okay.
And then it was literally like the first like 10 to 20 minutes where it just kept on pausing
Oh
and
my
started pausing.
God.
And then it finally got consistent. And then I'm not joking, Jesse, near the end of the movie when you know like the car crashes and then Christopher Robin out of nowhere comes back and then tries to beat Winnie the Pooh, it literally just stopped. It was the end of the movie. And we're like, what? Why did it stop? It was the end of the movie. And then literally we found another browser and we skipped to that part. It only was 30 more seconds and the movie ended. And we didn't even need to watch this.
So we
Compared to a terrible ending.
so like quite literally. No, listen, Jesse, I'm not gonna lie. The first ending was a lot better than the second ending because
That's what I'm saying.
you literally get the car crash. Christopher Robin is just on the ground, and then it just straight cut. Like the movie was
Yeah,
over.
that would have been a lot better.
Exactly, it was way better than the actual ending of the movie because like, it was,
And then Winnie the Pooh comes up. You left.
you left. Damn, you killed that. What the fuck?
I may or may not have rewatched the movie because I forgot everything about it.
Yeah.
You rewatched them.
I had to. I didn't remember shit about this movie.
You don't need to remember shit about it. It's so forgettable.
Just remember that it's bad.
We were memeing that Logan was gonna rewatch the movie and be like, okay, now that I've rewatched it, I have another take on the movie.
You gotta understand
I was
where
gonna get
Winnie the
so
Pooh
mad. I was gonna get so mad at you.
Understand where Winnie the Pooh is coming from.
Right?
So like the first like 10 to 20 minutes were bad, but it wasn't until the stupid girls who had nothing to do with the beginning of the movie came in and just took over the movie. Jesse, I'm not kidding you. The first like 20 minutes, like when they first introduced the girls, were like, well, the girl who's talking at the what was it, the psychiatric or whatever after the opening, we were like, okay, is this like Christopher Robin's girlfriend? She just was Christopher Robin died and she survived. And that literally for the first like 30 minutes of the movie, we thought that was her. Until they called her something else. Like, hold on, wait a second. So you're telling me that these 4 girls had nothing to do or no connection with the opening scene? I literally told them, I'm like, I could have literally made this movie at least slightly better if you just made her the same person as the girlfriend because she's having like all this like, because literally she's going to a psychiatrist and you could just be like, oh, I'm having like all this like anxiety after that happened. Like that would have been kind of like interesting because but they didn't even do that.
You gotta remember, she wasn't going to the therapist because of Winnie the Pooh. She was going to the therapist because some random dude who isn't important broke into her house.
I'm saying though, my change would have made it better because that just made it worse because she was just going there for just something you hadn't even seen and just some. Oh my god!
Listen, you're complaining about this shit. I didn't even know their fucking names until the movie was over.
I don't even remember the name of Christopher Robin's girlfriend. All you remember are Christopher Robin and the animals because you know who they are before the movie because you know who they are based on the previous
No, but what I was trying to say is like the only thing that kind of debunks Logan's change is why would she go back to the place that traumatized her though? Because they literally went to 100 Acre Woods.
Yeah, I guess
in
that's
the
true.
cabin. Like that's my only thing. Other than that, it probably would have been. Oh, but nah, dude. Like literally, the only reason I wasn't like confused about the random switch up is because low key, horror movies just be doing that. You get a
That is
couple
facts.
introduction, right? That couple gets murked, or like one of them gets murked, and then like the other just like disappears, and then it's just another cast, bro. Like it's like, oh yeah, we're on to like season 2. Like
I know, but
Every
like,
Saw movie ever.
Whoa, whoa,
I mean, the perfect
whoa,
example I can
whoa,
think
no,
of that.
No, don't make you watch
'Cause
all the Saw movies.
I'm thinking of horror movies. The only thing is like Scream. Like it opens like every movie. The
Scream,
characters are.
Scream literally does open like that.
yeah,
But at least even that though, like
Final
even in the
Destination
first
as well.
Scream, when Drew Barrymore gets killed, the whole setup though
It's
is
a
that the whole setup with that movie is that like it's just happening all around the town at least. Like he's just killing random people in the town.
Yeah.
So at least that kind of works with the whole like town setting. I mean, what was it? He literally just goes to some random house just after he kills them in the 100-acre woods. Like just some random.
yeah, that's true.
Because like at least in Scream, like he's just killing random people in the town. I mean, in Winnie the Pooh, he just goes to some.
We also had issues with. I know me and Khalid talked about this. We had issues specifically with like how they died. Like for the first friend, literally just choosing to try and walk to the goddamn cabin when she has no idea where she's supposed to go. Right? Like if we were to plan a trip and y'all like didn't call me back, telling me where I'm supposed to go, I'm going home. I'm not gonna try and
That's what I'm saying, bro. I called. You call one of your friends. It goes on voicemail. You leave a voicemail saying you're lost, and decide to explore the place you're lost anyway. The fuck what's she doing? I don't feel bad that she got sent through the meat grinder or whatever the hell happened to her.
Well, first she got her head slammed against it and then sent through the meat grinder.
Deserved.
Okay, that's like the one prop I gave to the movies. The deaths were actually.
I'm gonna go get a drink real quick. I'll be right back.
Alright. Yeah, I do agree with the whole death stick because that's honestly the only reason it's got a 1. Other than that fucking pool death scene. That shit was fucking stupid.
The pole death.
The pool.
Oh, pool one. Oh yeah, that one was stupid.
Let me just fucking back away and just not do anything and then
Splash
just take
water in his face at least.
Like Jesse was telling me that like it makes sense that like she didn't like because if she ducked under the water she was gonna get like sledgehammered or whatever.
No, I wouldn't. She wouldn't get sledgehammered because you gotta realize if he tried to hit it into the water, like
no, that's not
you
what
gotta
he said.
you gotta realize if you take like a pool noodle.
No, he was talking about getting dragged. He was talking about getting dragged under the water and being like choked to death.
Yeah, like
the point is
hide underwater. He'd probably hold her down or something, like not let her up.
My whole point with that death is she didn't even try. It doesn't matter if I'm going to get choked or whatever. I'm at least fighting it off. At least trying to get away before I die.
But you also gotta realize we are men.
Whoa! What
No,
do
I'm not saying like
mean?
that. We have different thought processes as to what we can do against certain people than women do.
Sexist alert. Sexist.
No.
alert.
Well, you gotta realize,
Yo.
Okay, so think about this: if a man is getting robbed in an alleyway compared to a woman getting robbed in an alleyway,
You are on some very thin ice, my guy. You're on some.
like
And I thought my Salma Hayek watching her nude scenes online was bad.
I'm only trying to like,
Tread carefully.
you know what I'm saying? Like
We're just telling you to be careful. That's all.
if, like I said, so say like a man is getting robbed in an alleyway.
Okay.
And a woman is getting robbed in an alleyway.
Mhm.
The women, they're more likely to think because that's how this is like they're like, okay, let me just comply, let me do this thing. The men are gonna think like, okay, how can I get out of this situation? I feel like there's a very different thought process between the two genders on how they're both raised, as well as just like I don't know how to explain it, but like we would think in that situation differently.
I don't know. Christopher Robin didn't really try anything in the whole beginning.
Okay, because he's a bitch. Okay, Jesse.
That's what I'm saying. Not all men are logical thinkers.
Listen,
Some men are
I'm
bitches.
purely
Christopher
talking
Robin.
about me, Khalid, you, and Logan. Like us four, if we were in that situation instead of those four women, would have done completely different things.
Okay, but you gotta understand.
Okay, that's different than saying all men and like, all women.
Okay, but you gotta understand that like it's a movie script, so like the girls are gonna act dumb because it's a movie.
And movie needs death.
Because if you really dismantle the movie, it's pretty easy to survive.
There's
Like
no movie.
Oh yeah.
That car,
run.
I would have been gone.
You're not fighting Nemesis.
If
That's
you keep
true.
if you keep your mouth shut while you're eating it, you can't hear anything.
Got you. Yes, Logan has snacks. And he's offering snacks.
Wait, hold
The
on, what was Gavin
goated
saying
blue
about
bag of
Nemesis?
popcorn from wherever he gets.
Jesse,
it.
what were you saying?
What did Gavin
Here's
say
the
about
Gavin.
Nemesis?
Here's the brand.
Oh, hairs.
Jesse, please repeat.
What was Gavin saying about Nemesis?
Oh.
Hold on.
I was saying because like Khalid was saying like that car. He was saying he would drive away in the car. I'm like that's facts because they weren't like sprinting after you really. Pooh was a menace. He was gone. Like he was. But like.
Yeah, but
Piglet,
Pooh was
bro, he
looking
was
for
just
beef.
walking behind him. He was a lackey. He wasn't doing shit. He was following
Speaking of,
orders.
bro, so we know they ate Eeyore, but whatever happened to the other two?
Like,
They ate them as well.
Tigger.
Yeah, they said in the very beginning they ate the other ones. And then
Well, it looks like Tigger is in the second movie. If they really end up making another movie.
I thought they were saying
Well,
how they
'cause
ate
Tigger wasn't in the
all
first.
of them, and they were the only two left.
Well, I don't even think he was in the cave with them, was he?
He wasn't because
Yeah,
it was Winnie the Pooh, Piglet, the owl, the rabbit, and Eeyore.
Yeah. Tiger Boy was not there, like at all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know he's gonna be crazy.
He's gonna be a menace. Yeah. He's gonna be on some Miguel O'Hara on all fours. But, oh my god, man. I remember when we were watching the movie, there was a point where Logan keeps screaming at them, like after the G's, the W men get out the car and really go to defend the women.
Oh, facts! I forgot about them. Okay,
Yeah,
that
but-
also explains
yeah,
my
of
situation.
course.
They were more focused on running away, and they were like, "Okay, let's try and fight them." That
Well,
is
hold
also what
on.
I'm trying to.
I'm getting my ass out of there.
You know,
What do you
still,
listen? The reason I'm calling them W men was that they were willing, right? They weren't creeps. They appeared to be creeps,
Yeah,
but they weren't creeps.
then
They
they
really
weren't.
got out and
we
helped
protect
them.
Like they was all like.
Yeah, correct. Straight
But
up.
I'm saying, me personally, I'm gone, bro. I would have whipped that 100%.
See, who ran them over? Was it the girl or was it one of the guys?
It was the girl.
Okay.
But that's my thing. Logan the whole time was screaming, "Run him over, run him over," and I'm like, Logan, you know that's not gonna do shit, right? Then they run him over, and bro's on top of the vehicle, like slamming at the windshield.
Which didn't that literally happen later? They ran him over and he just got in the car.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's why I was like, don't run him over, just turn it around and drive off.
And leave. Facts. As long as you leave his territory, I'm sure he won't pursue.
Listen, after that one girl in the jacuzzi died, with her head getting run over, and they found the open door to a running vehicle, I would have just gotten into the car and I would have gone. That's what I'm saying. And then, oh my god, I'm about to go on this rant. It's my gun, and I let my gun get taken.
Fact. She literally just said, "Give me that." Like, I'm about to handle this bear. Proceeded to miss every shot and then get folded.
No more ammo.
But first of
Your
all,
gun's
how you gonna
broken.
fail
Bitch,
that
that's not my gun no
bad?
more. You're the one who took it. Trying to think like you can handle yourself.
Her gun's not working. Like, bro, my gun's not working. Give me a pen.
My gun's not working. Listen, and then the girl killing Piglet, wanting to talk in between every strike, was stupid.
Yeah, if she just kept slamming his head in, she probably could have made it out.
That's what I'm saying.
My-
Also, Pooh randomly being able to just sense that Piglet died and running across
No,
the
because
entire...
he screamed.
Piglet
Yeah, he
screamed?
literally screamed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
screamed.
but my
That's why
only
you
thought,
just bash his head in.
my only thought during that scene, and I know this is such a far take, was I could only think of Jin Mori versus Jagal during that moment where he's beating his ass, saying, "This is for him, this is for her," and that's the only thing I was thinking.
Yeah?
Yes.
Fucking...
This is the Jin Mori Wombo combo.
Did Jesse ever watch episode 13?
No. Alright, so, Logan,
Yes.
what did you feel about Winnie the Pooh?
It was awful. It was so bad.
It makes everything bad look like a masterpiece.
I won't go that far.
What do you
I
think is
don't
worse
know.
than it?
Nothing's worse than it, but not everything is that bad.
I will say, I didn't think it was the most boring movie I've ever seen. Although I thought it was pretty awful, it still wasn't, like, I wanted to shoot my head. Like that one movie I saw, The Cursed. Which was just dreadful to sit through. At least it was awful, but like I. If somebody forced me to watch it again, I would. Like if I was forced, that movie, The Cursed, I might not even be able to do if I was forced. That movie was so bad. But yeah, but it was awful. It was I could not believe for, at least, even though it cost $100,000, it still cost $100,000, and I can't believe it was shot in 10 days. But you can tell by the movie, like it was shot like in 10 days. They went with the first take that they had. They didn't shoot anything the second time. They just went through it, and then they just kept what they had. It was, like, I was watching it, I'm like, I cannot believe I made a better movie than they did with $100,000. Like, it was insane.
I feel like a lot of the budget went to the costumes and the set. That's it.
Even that looked cheap. I mean, the animals looked, the humanized animals, you could tell they were just dudes in suits.
Rejecting their humanity. Also them being full-ass people.
Wearing trucker clothing and all.
Right?
Goofy.
Oh, we're gonna talk about the inconsistency with Winnie's slap. Because, like, at first when he slapped the girl when she chained down, she just gets knocked down.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Man has the god palm.
Oh, wait, was that the one?
And then his face
Was
comes
that
off.
the one where they cut to his hand and it was literally just
Yeah,
like...
yeah.
I forgot about that. Yeah, there's literally a part in the movie where, like, they show his face, he puts the hand down to slap, and then they literally just cut to just the arm, and you could just tell it wasn't even the same thing, it was just an arm on a stick that they got off, and they just smacked it. My favorite part was, that was probably the best, but close to that was when they smushed the girl's head with the car tire, and if you look at her face, you could just tell it was just a mannequin or just like a prop.
The eyeball.
Yeah.
Hey, at least it wasn't that's my one thing, is that at least they tried to have gore in the movie. For a slasher movie. And it wasn't some dumb ass, we're gonna run her over but not show you anything and just make it some off-screen thing.
Yeah, that was,
Like a 2.
what did you say you're gonna give it?
Me?
2.
Oh, just said you.
Jesse says
I want a
two.
1.
I'm at a 1.
Well, okay. Here's the other reason. Because when I'm watching this movie, I wasn't in the right mindset. I was literally half asleep. Not in the sense where it's like, oh, like I'm like this movie's making me bored. I'm sleepy. I was paranoid from lack of sleep, bro. It was like 2 in the morning, and I'm over here like looking. I'm just waiting for Winnie the Pooh to like peek my corner. And then I'm just like, yo, like I even went downstairs at one point to get a drink, and I'm just like, I'm making sure that he's not outside.
No. I don't think a horror movie has affected me in that way, like where I'm like paranoid to walk around.
Yeah, you literally keep your bedroom door open?
No, my door needs to be closed.
Oh, your door needs to be closed.
Like I still get very paranoid. But like the last movie to affect me in a way where I'm like scared to leave my bedroom like that, and I'm like checking corners as I walk around them, was like. I don't really know, cause like movies are like, if I watch a horror movie at night, I'm like, ooh, spooky.
Nothing really scares me to where I stay up at night.
That is also true.
Except one thing.
Yeah.
Are you ready? I don't think I've ever really told anybody that. Well, I've told people this, and then people are like, I don't blame you because it's creepy as fuck. It's not even a horror movie; it's a kid show.
Oh.
Okay. Alright, do you remember, Ubi with the talking hands?
Ubi?
Yes.
Ubi?
I recognize the name
like
Ubi,
Ubi,
but I don't know what you're talking about.
You may pull up a picture.
Okay.
The way that they look is just so horrifying to me. It's like it should be a horror movie.
Is it double O or U?
I was ready for him to mention Coraline or
it is
9.
double O.
Coraline
Right.
or 9.
9 is not a kids movie.
I don't know why the fuck they released that shit for.
Alright, ready to see what these people look like? This is just creeping me out just looking at it. Ready?
Nah, I used to love Ubi, bro.
Really? Those hands creep me out, dude. Just the way that they look.
Wait, that's it? That used to creep you out?
Yeah, look at that, bro. Look at this. This just looks
Has
creepy.
googly eyes.
It's literally just hands with googly eyes. Show Gav.
Bro, you got
Are you talking about the thing where they go
Yes,
like this?
that's
How
literally-
is that scary?
Bro, it just looks weird.
I used to mess with that show.
I used to watch it a lot too. It's just
Okay. You know what?
no, look up Oopie and G major or whatever it is, and they make it all like creepy sounding.
You guys ever seen Monster House?
Yes, that's a.
Yeah.
I actually
That
just
movie,
watched.
that movie.
I
fucked
just
me up.
watched
That was another one that fucked me
I
up.
just watched that for the first time last year. I'd never seen it before.
You-
And I
yeah?
liked it a lot. I liked it a lot.
Okay, see.
I haven't seen that movie since I was in like probably late elementary school. Like
Even though the
third grade.
animation sucks, that whole
Bro, I remember the animation being pretty decent.
no, what's that whole like creepy looking
Mm-hmm.
what do they call that?
Stop motion.
With Robert Zemeckis, who did Back to the Future, he created it. Polar Express was whatever they motion capture animation or whatever the heck it was.
Oh,
And there's some movies that pull-
Rotoscope?
There's some movies that pull it off, like Tintin.
Tintin was
It would look good in that.
Yeah.
But like other movies like Polar Express and Monster House just looks weird.
Polo Express looked great. Okay.
And no, the worst was Mars Needs Moms.
Mars.
Oh my
and-
god.
That was the
Hated
worst.
movie, bro. I hated that. That kid JC, bro. That movie traumatized little Jesse, bro.
Dude, it was the part in Monster House where they find that I don't remember if she was dead or not, but the wife
Oh, the body.
who was like
Yeah, she was dead.
cased in like cement or whatever. I remember seeing that like being really young, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't know the difference between like Disney or Pixar or any of that at the time. So I'm like, Disney really showed like a dead person on like a fucking
Who made
cartoon.
Monster House?
Wait,
I don't even know.
we're talking
Well,
about
Disney
Monster?
been doing
No,
that.
Sony, I
Have you
think,
seen
made Monster
Sonic?
House.
Fuck Sony. That shit traumatized me. Whoever made Coraline too. Fuck that too.
I don't even
Oh my
find
God,
Coraline to be that
Coraline,
trauma. It's a good movie. I like it a lot.
When you were fucking
What?
little. When you were like 4
Coraline-
years old.
Coraline isn't a
You got
traumatizing
traumatized by
movie.
Hands with
It
googly
is
eyes, but
just-
you sat there and watched Coraline all
It
like
is just,
sunshine
like,
and rainbows.
Coraline is not. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's creepy, but I don't like stay up at night.
No,
about
I wouldn't call it
thinking
creepy.
about
I
it.
would call it
Okay,
disgusting.
Okay,
Like,
well, listen.
It's just
Yeah,
When did you
Jesse,
watch Coraline?
Jesse, I literally just said
when I
nothing
was,
scares
like,
me.
6 years ago.
Jesse,
Okay, well that doesn't fucking count. You gotta be
I
like
just-
4 years old.
I'm sorry. Maybe it's just maybe just seeing that as a first time as a child, watching just I don't know why they just
Well, that-
something's just off-putting about.
Well, no, listen. Coraline didn't scare me like that, and the only reason I'm telling you that is because I didn't see the movie the first time, so I was like 16. So,
No, I saw that when I
I'm
was a
sitting
kid.
there-
I saw Coraline when I was like
No,
6 or
I
7.
never saw Coraline as a kid because I was never allowed to watch stuff that even looked like that. So when I see the movie, right? Like I remember I came downstairs and I see my siblings watching it. I was like, "Hey, yo!" And Loki, I was a snitch because I was like, "Yo, mom, why you gonna let them watch that, right?" She's getting her hair done, and her stylist is like, "Oh no, trust, it's a good movie. It's a kids movie, so it's okay." And I was like, "Yeah, this is okay." And I was like, and I'm watching it, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, "Yo, what the fuck? This is on." Why
Maybe
would
I
you
should.
show that
I haven't
to
seen it in
children?
years though. I should probably watch it again.
Well, like, bro, you forgetting about like the whole thing where she's talking about the buttons and sewing her eyes. That's like not as bad. But like when you really get to the end and you see this whole Dark Souls demon, like talking about like
Oh, with the monster, like where she's a spider.
Yeah.
That didn't creep me out at all.
Well, listen, like I'm not like I wasn't scared of it or nothing. I'm just thinking like, yo, they made this for kids, bro.
I guess
Like
that's
you
true.
had me like step back. I was like, yo, what?
I don't know. You watch some '80s movies now. Man, they got away with a lot in PG back then, especially.
That's the 80s.
Temple of Doom. That was the whole reason why the PG-13 got created, was because I think Temple of Doom came out, and there's the whole part where was it that they put the arm to the chest and he rips the heart out, and parents Parents complained about it. That and Gremlins I think came out around the same time, the same year. And
Gremlins is not that scary.
I don't think it's scary at all either. I think it's probably just because of that one part where she puts the gremlin in the, whatever it was, the shake machine. Remember and you just swirls them, and that was probably why.
I'm gonna go get something to drink.
All right, Khalid's getting something to drink, so we'll just keep while I'm talking. So, Winnie the Pooh, right? Shoot, I forgot.
We got so sidetracked.
We got so sidetracked talking about Coraline.
Right. So let's talk about the ending. for Winnie the Pooh. Then
Okay.
the what could have been a saving factor of that movie.
Mhm.
Because, like I told Khalid this, but the way I saw it, Winnie the Pooh could have ended one of two ways, and they chose to go down the middle path and then fuck it up.
Mhm.
So either A, Winnie kills them both, and then it's all good and dandy, no one survived, right?
Mhm.
Or B, they ran him over and he actually died. And, you had at least two survivors, and they're all good and dandy. But neither of that happened.
They said,
Because Winnie
let's
the Pooh got
save one
up,
person.
killed the girl, hit him with the "you left," and then cut her throat. And then this is spoilers. Sorry for not giving that warning.
Nobody's watching this movie.
Nobody's
like,
watching
Yeah,
this
no,
Movie
movie.
came out in
Anyway,
February, Jesse.
But I guess we're obligated to, right?
Even though I looked it up, it did make $5 million.
$5 million.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
we looked
made
it up.
that garbage movie for like $100K, right?
Yeah.
And then got $5
I
million
mean,
in
look,
return.
people were gonna see it just because of the fact it was an art. People were at least gonna be interested. That's why we watched. It's like because I remember it was in theaters.
It sounds good in theory.
No,
and
it
then
never
you watch
sounded
the
good to me.
I thought it
It
sounded
didn't?
decent.
No.
I'm not gonna lie, I was never with the idea.
I'm also hyped for it. Is it like an Elmo and then a Mickey Mouse one and then a Bambi one as well?
No, the Bambi one's definitely happening. Mickey Mouse is just going into the public domain, but somebody's gonna do it.
Mickey Mouse.
Elmo, I've never heard. No, because Elmo's not in the public domain. So there's a Grinch one, but it's called the mean. It's called the mean one. They don't call him the Grinch. That's the thing. Because of copyright, they just call him the mean one. So it's
That's
not even
funny.
called the Grinch.
That actually kind of fits. That actually really fits.
That's what the movie's
Okay,
called, like
but-
the mean one.
When does Where's Waldo go into open domain? I'm waiting.
Yo, I would have this motherfucker teleporting around, camouflaging.
fucking horrible.
Whenever that goes in public domain, we're writing that movie.
Yeah, we're writing the Where's Waldo movie.
Let's
Let's start now. We have to perfect this movie.
When we look up Where's Waldo, when did it first come out? Because it's 95 years after. So.
95 years after.
I know it was a thing in the 80s. I don't know how far back it dates, though. 1987, we got a while to go.
Okay.
All right, my kids. That's
Your kids, you're gonna leave the job to your
Wait,
kids.
is there something else you can call him?
Where's Willie?
It's literally, the original book was called Where's Wally?
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. When Superman goes into the public domain,
No.
I'm about to make a Brightburn Superman.
You
movie.
know.
have a Brightburn.
We already have a Brightburn. That
Right?
Brightburn movie is basically just an evil Superman movie.
And my point, exactly. But it's actually gonna be Superman this time.
Hey, James Gunn's running DC. I mean, he could do it now because he made that movie.
Hey, he could. What is it? Oh,
James Gunn made Brightburn.
He was his brother directed it.
Oh,
He was a
okay, I was gonna
producer. He was a producer on it though.
Interesting.
His character was. Do you ever see the movie Super that he did? You at least heard of it with. He directed 2 movies before Guardians of the Galaxy. A movie called Slither, which was a horror movie, and a movie called Super, which was a superhero like kind of spoof, with Rainn Wilson from The Office. Dwight, he played a superhero, and that character is in Brightburn. They set up a cinematic universe, so it's in the same universe.
wait, really?
So yeah, they show a picture of him at the end. When they're talking about I haven't seen the whole movie, but when they're talking about like all the
The thing from 2010.
yes.
You said Wither or Slither?
No, Slither is a horror. I've seen Slither.
Slither has 6.5 stars.
Slither's a decent, it's a fun horror movie.
So Slither and Brightburn are in the same universe.
No, Super.
Oh, Super.
It's a movie called Super with Rainn Wilson from The Office who plays
Where
Dwight.
is the masked man? We haven't seen Brightburn.
Well, what's Super?
I've never seen the whole movie.
No, I mean what's
It's-
how's the movie? Like, what did you think of it?
I've never seen the whole movie. I've seen parts of it.
From
Have you watched it and then
I've
stopped?
never seen the whole movie. No, I've never seen I've seen just clips and parts. Of it.
Oh, okay.
I've seen
okay.
Slither, which was the movie. It was a horror movie, and before that, he wrote the Scooby-Doo movies with
Oh.
You didn't know this?
No.
So Scooby-Doo, the live-action ones with Matthew Lillard.
Yeah, I've seen
He
them
wrote
both,
those 2
but I
movies.
didn't know he wrote those. Huh.
That was basically like his Hollywood, I guess his first blockbuster movie. I guess you would say those were the first 2 he did.
Speaking of Shaggy from the live action,
Yeah.
y'all ready for this FNAF movie?
Oh yeah, because he's in it. That's right.
Wait, what?
You never heard of the? I gotta try.
No, I
Matthew
know
Lillard plays-
the FNAF movie. I didn't know.
Matthew Lillard.
He's in it.
He plays.
Think he's the phone guy?
No. Shit.
Afton?
I don't. Is Afton in the movie?
Yeah, he plays
I don't
William
know.
Afton.
That's a thing.
Five Nights at Freddy's, when that first came out, everybody said how scary they thought it was. I was like, this is the
That movie, that
non-scariest
game was
shit ever.
so unique.
I
That, bro,
liked it.
did
It
you
was
play
it
the
was
game,
I
Logan?
did. It wasn't. I never
I
beat
played
I never beat
all
it.
12 games.
There's 12 of them now.
There's a lot of them.
I remember when it was
There's-
3.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4.
I've only beaten 3.
Yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Sister Location.
That wasn't even that long ago.
Sister Location
Sister
was
Location was
in
like-
17.
Yeah, that came out a while ago.
Yeah, so
remember-
And
the
then
last
there
game
was
came out like 2
the
years ago.
Five Nights at Freddy's RPG.
Yeah, and then there was a
Then
pizzeria
the
simulator.
Pizzeria Simulator. Then there was
There's-
Then it's Security Breach, right?
Oh, Security Breach. Yeah.
Security
And the
Breach.
VR game.
2 VR games now. The sequel came out.
Okay.
Help Wanted
Oh, yeah,
and Help
it's-
Wanted 2.
2016. Okay. All right. There was one I remember that was
11.
There was one on the
God
PS when the PlayStation 5 first got announced. They did the showcase. I remember they announced the FNAF
That's-
game for that system. That's what I thought Sister Location was. but I
That's
was
Security
wrong.
Breach.
Security Breach. Okay.
Wasn't there a game where you could go like 20, 20, 20, 20, 20 difficulty, like every fucking animatronic?
FNAF Custom Night. That's the 12th
Okay,
one.
that's the 12th.
I only ever
Where-
played
yeah,
up to 3.
Custom
so
Night is every game mixed into one, and there's a challenge called like I think it's like 120 mode because it does all 100 characters on the hardest possible difficulty, and that shit is like
I remember.
you have to have superhuman
yes,
reaction.
literally.
speed.
I remember the first person who beat that shit, and it was like
cried bro, it took him like I don't know how long it took him to beat it, but like it was like the same 8 minutes over and over and over until he eventually beat it, and it was so stressful to watch that shit because like it looks so hard. It's crazy.
For fuck's sake.
Wow.
Yeah, night 3 fucks me up. I can't even imagine 2020 like
Dude, bro, you can die in like the first 10 seconds of the fucking level. I can't do that.
I'm gonna try and pull up the video because I want to.
Fucking Matt Pat literally creating all the lore for the fucking games because the games have no
50-20.
lore.
It's called 50-20 mode.
Fuck
you
it.
guys are gonna see the movie, right? I assume.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
I'm not really hyped for it,
I
but
have
like,
no interest. I'll probably see it though.
but it's more like the same reason I watched Slender Man, despite
Mhm.
being way past my Slender Man.
I heard that was terrible, so I
phase
never even bothered.
You never seen the Slender Man movie?
I remember
Okay.
everybody talking shit about it.
I say that I make
Which
this
one?
joke
'Cause
all
there's
the
like
fucking
3.
times. I make this joke. The only actual movie. The other ones are just like fan fucking made.
No.
Yeah. Look, go ahead. Look, there's like one documentary and then like another one that was
There's
just
a
fucking
found footage one. There's the documentary.
Look them up.
And then there's the newest one.
Look them up. Because the whole point of that Slender Man movie was that was the first actual fucking movie we got. And I say this all the fucking time, but Slender Man got to one of the victims using FaceTime. He literally called their phone
Are you
on
s-
FaceTime, and they watched him go up their stairs on FaceTime.
Proof on why I haven't watched it.
The movie was...
See,
Ooh.
okay, yeah.
I remember when that came out.
There is 3.
I remember the weekend before, like the few days before it came out. I had friends who were like, everybody at the lunch was like, we're all going to see it, and they came back that Monday, and they were all just like, what? Like that was one of the worst things. Incomprehensible how bad it was. That's what they all told me.
Fucking pushed her into a tree.
Okay. So there's Beware the Slender Man,
Sure.
which is the
Documentary.
documentary. There's Always Watching, which is the found footage, and then there's Slender Man, which is the newest one. It's on Fandom, so you have to go back and forth between them.
Fandom's one of those sites that like sounds good in theory because like you just get like any fandom.
It's the nerds Wikipedia.
I know, but
That's
then
all
it's
it
just
is.
then they just get some of the stupidest things to be like. There's literally like fan made like movie universes that they get their own pages that some person just created and just submitted, and then they get their whole freaking page. Like, come on.
I only use it for video game tutorials. Like when I was playing Terraria the first time, Fandom was my best friend.
Man, I get so much hate for following tutorials sometimes. Like, Like I'm playing.
It depends on what it is.
I'm literally playing South Park Stick of Truth for the first time right now, and I am
Oh my god, you even get a tutorial for Stick of Truth?
Okay.
Yeah, we were just talking
Okay.
about him
All right,
playing.
here's the main part that I couldn't figure out. I literally didn't need a tutorial, but then there's literally one part where you're in a basement and you're walking around, and I could not figure out where to walk to get to the next part. You had to literally like maneuver and go behind like a bunch of books and then turn the other way. So that was literally what I used. And then there's literally a few parts.
Listen.
Stick of
You're
Truth was
struggling
such a
in
good
the
game.
basement, bro. I can only imagine when you get to Canada.
Oh shoot! I'm watching the show right now too. I'm on season 9, so that's why I was playing the game.
Bro really said, I'm playing the Stick of Truth. I might as well watch South Park from the very beginning.
Well,
I mean, to be fair, it really doesn't seem like it has as much to do with the show. I know I think like season 17 or something. I think like they kind of like bridge the gap between the game and the show. But
yeah.
and then I'll play the other one, the Fractured But Whole or whatever it is. I'll play that after.
Jesse loves
my
that
God.
Jesse
game.
loves that game.
Do you like that more than the Stick of Truth?
Yes.
Listen. Okay, I'm gonna say it like this. I feel like Stick of Truth had the RPG elements better, like in terms of equipment and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But Fractured But Whole was a better story, and it was a more difficult game.
Jesse liking
Isn't
difficulty? What?
what's the
That's a first.
Because I've
Fractured But
replayed
Whole
Stick
though
of
that
Truth in like 2 days.
Stick of Truth is like more an RPG, like turn based, but isn't Fractured But Whole more like a what do you call it, tactical?
It's like a tactical. Yeah, it's a tactical.
Now see, I don't even like RPGs that much to begin with, but like Stick of Truth, it's like because some RPGs they're very complex with how they do their skill trees and stuff that I just can't get into it. Stick of Truth's like basic enough, but also like you can upgrade, so it's good enough. I just hate tacticals. Like I've tried, and I just hate like that whole like grid based.
Don't ever show him the sphere grid.
What?
He's making a Final Fantasy X.
Fractured But Whole tactical is like it's like the most simple tactical game I've ever played, bro.
Okay.
It's quite literally.
That's what I'm thinking about Stick of Truth right now. Anyway, so it's
Fucking
I don't think
Digimon
RPG
Survive
played,
being
so-
like, so you can get behind your enemies.
Have I ever really played
Giving
a
you this
tactics
whole
game like that?
tutorial, right,
Right.
on how to play the game, and then proceeds to get like another 5 hours in before the next fight, bro.
Yeah.
Also, I didn't know. I was watching a YouTube video on it. I didn't even realize the fractured butthole. I didn't even get like the whole like in joke, like the whole innuendo joke. I was like, oh, okay, now I get it. Fractured butthole.
Oh,
Yeah.
I remember Jesse thought it was like fractured butthole, not actually being like a butthole, but being like
Wait,
I meant like a group of friends that are fractured, but like together.
Well, that's the joke. I didn't even get it, and I was like, oh, okay, now I get it because it's South Park.
Well, the only reason I did is because I knew nothing about the game, and then I played it, right? I'm going through the story. And
Well,
I'm
isn't
like, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Isn't the second game? Khalid, is this?
my dad.
Sorry, Jesse. Isn't this true? The whole second game, it's like there's like a fart power up that's like your main like power or something that's like part of the story.
Yes,
Okay. That's why it's called that then. That's why it's called that.
Well, because the character's main power source
What?
is literally his act. But yes, like
Oh.
my guy is.
Do you have to leave at a certain time?
No, I'm talking about you.
Oh,
Saying the time is
I'm having my
5:25.
dinner at 6, so we have like 35 more so we can record.
All right. For fuck's sake, well, if that's the case, then move on to the
Shin Godzilla now.
Okay, well, first off, Winnie the Pooh
I
sucked.
need
We
to
all said
hear
that.
what you-
Winnie the
I'm
Pooh-
not gonna give you an answer. if you're so
Winnie the
fucking
Pooh
desperate
sucked.
about
My rating was a 1.
I give it like 1.5.
1.5.
1.5.
You're-
No, I'm giving that shit like.
You're-
I'm gonna give it a 0. You know what?
Is that even possible?
I'm gonna give it a 0.
Okay, 0. What's
Doesn't even get a
Jesse?
fucking
What are you?
Final ranking. I guess 1.5 also.
Final verdict. Don't watch that shit. It's awful. I think we all said that.
No. Final verdict. Watch the movie because it's a good time, but
No,
it's a
it's-
bad movie.
Gav,
Really
like
not.
I said, you can't say that because it's one thing if it's a bad movie, but you have fun watching it, and another thing when you're not even watching. My guy, you were literally looking at the fucking ceiling.
From what I heard, y'all couldn't even enjoy making fun of the movie. Y'all just hated it.
Listen.
Yeah,
listen,
that's what I said.
Once it got to the fucking jacuzzi girl, that's when I just stopped caring for the fucking movie. It
Man,
wasn't even funny.
remember
I
that whole
stopped
day I said-
caring for the movie when they went to the other compound, when they went to like Winnie and Pooh's home, and then that's when I
Jesse,
like, fully
did you
disagree.
literally think the same thing that I did? Like, Well, so what was that whole thing with the two lesbians kissing? And then it literally cuts to the bathroom of the one girl just like showing her ass off and just
The most random shit ever.
And I literally turned to Khalid the jacuzzi like OnlyFans girl, calling it.
Fucking OnlyFans.
You know she wasn't only fan.
That's what I'm
100%.
saying.
But they make the most money.
Like, what
Gavin's
was the
got a
British
point there. I've heard
equivalent?
that. Oh, also, I saw Sound of Freedom, just so you know.
Worth it? Don't not worth it?
Is it worth it? Because we were talking about it the last podcast.
Yeah.
I saw it just because all the talk about it. It's fine. Like, the whole... Like, you know, child trafficking, like, it's a very good message about, like, how bad child trafficking is. I don't agree with the controversy at all, that just, like, people just, like, trying to connect it to conspiracy. It's like, I just watched the movie, what it's trying to tell, without bringing that into it. It's a good message, but it was a little too long. It dragged on a little too long,
How
and,
long is the movie?
2 hours and 20 minutes.
It's not too long.
But it's also, like, it becomes like a thriller, like kind of like an act, like they're trying to break in. So yes, while it is child trafficking, they also try to make it like an action kind of a little bit. So it just felt a little bit off. But the movie was fine. The thing that pissed me off though was like there's a message after the credits, and this guy is just talking, and he's just like, "This is gonna change. Like this whole movie's gonna change everything." And he's like.
Is it the actor, the director?
Yeah, the actor, and he's just
Okay.
like, this movie's gonna. He's like, it's what did they call it? The what of our time? Like, just he said some book and it's like, this is the whatever. It's gonna change lives, and I'm just thinking like,
What Kevin
Jeez.
Smith's event was like when I was trying to go home. He just kept going, Logan. He just kept going.
no, I'm not saying that the actor kept going. It was just the stuff he was saying.
Oh.
I gotta ask you, is there an after credit scene for Oppenheimer?
I don't know.
It's Christopher Nolan. He hates that kind of stuff, so I wouldn't think so.
What would it even be? Like, the nuke will return?
The nuke will return. Fucking hell. You got
Like
the
a
fucking.
teaser
I have an app
Yeah.
called After Credits.
It's like Putin walking through a corridor, and then the movie ends.
What's Oppenheimer, right? I can't even
Yeah.
spell it.
Yo, that'd be crazy if we made a Cold War movie that was a sequel.
It says
That would
during
be yes.
Gavin. It says during credits none, after credits none.
Okay.
I have an app called After Credits where you can look up movies. It tells you if it has it during credits or an after credits.
You just go on Google and be like, after credit scene. Yeah, right.
Anytime the movie ends, our first reaction is checking an after credit scene. Marvel has cursed us.
Listen, Marvel. I used to just sit and wait, and then eventually I just got sick of that shit and just be like, okay, is there one or not? Because I'm ready to fucking go. And,
Most of them do. Really, Endgame was the
Especially
only
because
one I can
half the
think
time
of.
we'd be watching the movies at night.
Or Spider-Man, but that's Sony. Like MCU, they pretty much all have one. Besides
What did you
Endgame.
do?
DC started doing it because of Marvel.
What?
I said DC started doing it because of Marvel.
Now they've cut back. Well, they've kind of cut back.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they were
Well, that's
moving
what
all of the
the
after credit
Flash
scenes
had
because
one,
none of
right?
them are relevant anymore.
Was Flash a end? Flash was an end credit. I don't remember there being a mid credit. So some of them do
Yes.
mid credits, some of them don't. Shazam had both, I think.
actually, speaking of DC, well, there's a mobile game called, I think it's DC Dark Legion, and the reason I'm bringing that up is because they have Batman Who Laughs in there, like voice acted, and people are like happy because it's
The
a voice
Batman didn't have any, I think. I remember
the
that.
Batman Who Laughed finally has a voice thing, and the Suicide Squad is getting a anime about them
Oh, you're
getting.
DC guy.
The Batman didn't have any. I remember that. It says that at the end, it's just there's a Riddler message that says goodbye. That was it. So really not even.
That's fucking yeah. So the Suicide Squad is getting an anime now.
Are you
You want
serious?
your starter
you
anime?
can-
Watch this.
Dude, I don't. And it's
I heard
essentially.
Rick and Morty's getting an anime. They
Yeah,
put out a
yeah.
trailer, I think. Didn't they just put out a trailer recently?
But
Yeah.
the whole genre of an isekai, which is what this Suicide Squad anime is a bunch of people getting sent to another world, usually fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
So in this trailer, you just have like Harley Quinn and the Joker, like dealing with like dragons and like alligator people, and it came out of nowhere.
I have absolutely no shame when I say that when I saw anime Harley Quinn, bro, it had me with a certain feeling, bro.
Yeah, You got the Salma Hayek,
Wait,
Logan
what?
treatment. He thinks
Hey, bro.
he thinks the Harley Quinn design is hot
For what?
Yes.
What game? What?
for
What?
the fucking
For the
Suicide
anime.
Squad anime.
Yeah,
Suicide. I'm gonna look it up. That one?
Yes.
Nah, not really.
Damn, Jesse. He said you're invalid.
Also, cartoons don't really turn me on. Like,
Okay, so
How
I
did
didn't
you?
realize we had
Lola,
to drop Logan.
Jessica
cartoon.
Rabbit, Jessica Rabbit, and Lola Bunny are like two rare exceptions.
Two.
Like,
That's
No, they're not.
they're not. Logan, I meant to ask because you said you watched Sound of Freedom, right?
Yes.
Was the room air conditioned?
Okay, they did some weird shit. The air conditioning kept on going on and off. The lights never turned off until like 40 minutes into the actual movie. I think literally somebody in the audience turned the lights off in the hallway. Somebody left, the lights turned on like 30 minutes in the movie, and then he came back in. I'm like, I guarantee you he turned the lights off, and that was like something in the hallway. It was really weird. I have Regal Unlimited. Like I have the Regal Unlimited, and when I bought my ticket, I opened the app back up. It canceled. My Unlimited got canceled, and I had to resubscribe. And like literally, my Unlimited just canceled. Just right, not even a due date yet. Literally, like it's due at the end of the month. It canceled, and I literally had to sign back
Now, that
up.
could just be tech issue.
Yeah, but that's
coincidence,
never
but-
happened before. And so that might have just been a tech issue. And they like walked. The previews didn't even like the commercials didn't start until 5 minutes after the movie start time. The commercials, not even the trailers.
Okay.
And then, like I said, 30 minutes in, the lights never went off. And then literally, one person walked outside probably like 20, 30 minutes in, the lights came on, then he walked back in. So my theory was that the guy literally just either said to turn them on, or he found some light in the hallway that could turn the light on. It was weird. And yeah, the air conditioning kept on going on and off. It would get cold, then it would get really hot, then it would turn back on and get cold, then it would get hot. So, I mean, at first I was like, I don't know, maybe these TikTok people are just like, they're just getting lucky and just the theater problems that they're having just so happen to be all with this movie. I don't know, man. After that, I'm like, I had only heard it was with AMC too. I hadn't heard anything about it like Regal.
So you watched it at AMC?
No, I saw it at a Regal.
Oh. Okay.
So yeah, that was kind of weird.
That's interesting. That's interesting. Now Gav is staring at me, wanting to ask about Shin Godzilla.
The movie I had you watch 3 days ago because
Yes,
that shit
yes.
randomly flooded my For You page on TikTok. I was like, you know what? I'm into Godzilla. I like those movies. Let me watch this movie. And the second I finished the movie, my exact text to him was, this was the rawest Godzilla movie I've ever watched.
I remember.
And he was like, you've never used that word. And I was like, because this is the only time I felt like that.
And then I told him that Godzilla movies are not good. And that I doubt this Godzilla movie is just going to change my entire perspective of Godzilla movies.
No, I never said
And
it
then
would
you
change
watched
your
the movie, right?
perspective. I just said this is like that
No,
one.
I said I doubt this
So
one
what's
movie is
this
going to
Shin
change my
Godzilla you
perspective.
said?
Yes, Shin Godzilla.
Okay.
It came out in 2016.
No.
It's an
And
old
what are you
movie.
arguing about? That it's
No, well,
We're not
it's not
arguing. I
an
just wanna know
argument
what he felt
because
about the movie.
because after I watched the movie and he wanted to know how I felt about the movie, I said I'm not going to say it until the podcast.
okay.
So,
2 weeks later.
yeah, 2 weeks later it was. So the whole premise of the movie. Well, first off, when I started watching the movie, I wanted to watch it in English, and it was horrible. Like, I wish I could show you the audio for it, but it's literally like a video, right? Like, let's say you recorded like the Pop Culture Kid movie,
Okay.
and then like over the movie that's like fully made and done, you just voice over the movie, and was like, "Hi, my name is Logan. This my friend Paul," and
Like a descriptive audio.
it was horrible. It
Like-
was horrible.
Like I remember when I watched Squid Game for the first time, I tried to do the I didn't watch the whole show though, because like I said, we didn't talk about subtitled. I turned on
didn't finish
subtitles because I hate reading subtitles. Even though I saw this one Indian movie with Paul that was 2.5 hours long and it was
Wow.
subtitled. And actually, if I can do that, I could probably actually do anime. So that's what I'm gonna do then, because I was able to get through that and
You
understand
get
it.
used to it so fast.
Yeah, you do get used to it.
See, was it because I turned on Squid Game? I was trying to watch it, and I turned on subtitles at first. I was like, I can't do this. Then they had an English dub, and then literally all of next it was actually English with description, and it was like you said, like they were describing, like while they're talking, they were describing everything. I'm like, okay, then I just turned it just to the English, like just dub, and all the lines didn't match up with the mouth.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I can't do this.
That's literally what it was like watching.
Because I was actually like, it was the same dialogue as like the subtitle, but it just they didn't even try to like make it. So it was just literally none of the lines fit.
I have a very big fucking stick up my ass about watching things in the original language that they come out in. Like on the Western Front, it's a German movie. It was filmed in German, like they all speak German, and I was like, okay, this is weird, but I want to watch it in the original format.
Mm-hmm.
Anything I don't know why, I just have to watch it in the original language, the original format.
Also, for the Netflix One Piece adaptation. I'm just gonna watch it in Japanese.
No, I said I'm gonna watch it in both.
Okay, all right.
Do you guys want me to tell you when there's like a 5-minute warning? Just wrap up.
Yeah.
'Cause it's not. It's gonna be a
like
little bit.
20 minutes.
I'll try to speed this up.
Okay.
So the whole thing with Godzilla, because I had to change it back to the subtitles, and the whole thing is it's like he comes out of the ocean, and the interesting thing was he evolves, so like he starts off as this like ugly looking fish thing, and then slowly becomes Godzilla, and it's kind of like their reaction to the whole thing happening. Even in the proper language that it was, the dialogue was very weird. So it would be like, I don't even know how to describe it.
Because there were voiceovers in the Japanese version.
Dude, that was
Because like a lot of the scenes where you see like one of my favorite parts of the movie is how like probably a good half of the movie deals with politicians and politics of how to deal with this in a humane way before they eventually say, fuck it, level the city. And a lot of the scenes where you see like 50 people running rapidly in a room is all voiceover. I had to look that up because I was like, this sounds so different than how everything else sounds where you can see them talking. So I had to look it up, and a lot of it is voiceover.
Now, something I did tell him. How much budget was in this movie?
$15 million.
Logan, it looks like the budget was like $10K.
For what?
For Shin Godzilla.
Shin Godzilla.
Yeah.
I really liked
Is that the newer one?
No.
When it come out?
I think
2016. So there
That's not too bad.
It was this one. This is the newest. Shin Godzilla is the newest Japanese made one.
And
then there's Godzilla, King Kong. Like there's like Godzilla.
The American ones. Like
and then there's
Millie Bobby Brown ones.
the 3 American ones.
Hate those movies.
And then there's a new one coming out in December.
You hate them all?
Yes.
I know people like.
There's a new one coming out in December called Godzilla -1, which is
They're
another
doing
Japanese
Godzilla
made
versus
one.
Kong too. They've already announced it. They've shot it already. It's filmed.
Which one?
They put out a trailer. Godzilla versus Kong 2.
What?
It's filmed already.
Why are they making a They didn't even finish. Oh my god. Okay.
They barely fought in the first one. What are they gonna do now?
That's what I'm saying. What? So they're back at it again, and then
Comes out
another.
I think it
person
comes
is
out
going-
next year. That's
Oh
not
my
the. That's
God.
not the one.
I don't know, but in December there's a movie Godzilla -1 coming out, and that's the new Japanese made one. And I'm so excited.
Well,
to see
he's
it.
working with the American one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he has the American CGI team, so
God,
you know it's gonna.
it's
be
Godzilla X Kong.
Godzilla X Kong. The
That's
MonsterVerse
crazy.
continues. Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire, only in theaters March 5th, 2024.
But yeah, I'm excited because it has the American CGI team with all the Japanese directors and the original Godzilla team from like
Khalid,
1970.
You didn't even like the first Godzilla that most people like?
The King of the
Where he's-
Monsters.
No, the one where he's only in it for like 20 minutes.
Yes, there's Godzilla, King of the Monsters,
why
and
would I
then
watch
there's
Godzilla?
Godzilla
Barely
vs.
in
Kong.
That's the one most people like. Is the first one with Bryan Cranston.
My
where he dies
favorite,
early on.
out of the American is
If
the
he's
second
barely
one.
in
The King of the
movie,
Monsters?
why
Yeah.
would I watch Godzilla?
Yeah,
I know people
could
like
see
Skull Island. That's like people say it's like entertaining. Like,
Skull
it's-
Island is a
Skull
good
Island.
movie because it.
It's not a Godzilla movie.
Yeah, it's not a Godzilla
it's
movie.
not
It's
Godzilla.
just
It's
pure,
Kong.
it's pure Kong, but like
I actually saw Godzilla
it's
versus
so
Kong
interesting how it
just
works.
because I wanted to see the two of them fight.
Everybody saw Godzilla.
I
versus
know. I didn't even see the other ones, but I wanted to see it because I wanted to see them fight.
Kong. Oh.
And
They had like 3 battles and none of them were good.
I didn't even have to watch the other ones because I was just like, and it's just, it wasn't horrible. I was like, fine. It was like, but it was just.
The movie peaked with Mecha Godzilla, and then it fell off.
I'll
again.
give them credit that they had one of them win. I'll give them that because most Batman v Super like Civil War, like it's always like a tie. That one they actually had one of them win, so I'll give them credit for that.
And then they gotta,
the
make a
meme.
sequel.
And the second one they're gonna team up.
The
Guarantee you.
memes.
That's
the
why it's called.
memes.
That's why it's called Godzilla X Kong, not versus Kong. Guarantee you they're gonna team up.
Dude, the memes leading up to that movie with the monkey versus atomic dragon was like, I absolutely love those.
Better than the actual movie.
Better than the actual movie.
I'll never forget. I saw this meme. I don't know if it was for the Godzilla vs. Kong movie or the King of the Monsters one, where it was a picture of Godzilla standing in the ruined city, and it's like, you wake up and see this. What do you do? And then one of the comments was, tell him to calm down before I get mad. And I'll never forget that comment. And then someone was under it. He was like, what if he don't stop? He was like, give me 5 minutes to warm up. I'm like, what is he about to do?
That's the most Connor H reply.
What is he about to fucking do to that shit?
Good deal, man. It's
But they keep Broly, like, chilling there.
And all right, listen, because it's like 5:54 right now.
No, it's 5:45.
It's 5:45.
That's what my computer says. It's 5:44.
Oh, okay. It is
We still got a little bit.
Listen,
Hey, it's less for me to edit.
it is less for you to.
I might even have this up by tomorrow. We'll see.
We got 9
Nah,
minutes.
every Thursday. It's gotta be Thursday.
Every Thursday.
Last time it was a Friday.
Yeah, remember he missed
Because
it.
we were late.
Also, no, do it earlier this week because we didn't do it last week. Give it you know what I mean? That's a fair point.
Hey,
Hey, I'll take that over doing 2 episodes 1 week. Don't look at me like. Why are you giving
Why
me
would
the
you
lights?
ever say that idea? I don't have the time for that. We have jobs.
Weren't you the one talking about? Let's do it on Wednesday. I know you have free on Wednesday.
If I'm open Wednesday.
Oh.
Next week I'm not.
Look at you about to cry.
Next week I'm not, but sometimes I'm open on Wednesdays. This week I'm not either because I work this week. I'm doing something next week on
I
Wednesday.
just want to see
so,
Oppenheimer.
I know
I'm
you
so
know.
excited for this.
what time are you going?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock? You going with them?
No, I don't know. I'll think about it.
What are you seeing in 70mm IMAX? What are you doing?
He's doing 70 millimeter.
Yeah, 70 millimeter.
What
was
do you
gonna
think
watch
would
it
be
with
better?
Tom.
What do you think is gonna be better? Because I'm gonna try like either 70mm. Would like
No, there's IMAX 70 millimeter, and then there's horizontal 70 millimeter, where the horizontal 70 millimeter has like it's just wider, and then IMAX 70 millimeter is just like that. It's just pushed in that way.
okay.
So I don't really know.
Do
what
you want the screen to
Are you
extend to
seeing
your
it?
sides?
Are you seeing it at the AMC? And because that's what I was looking at. The
Yeah,
Cherry Hill
the
AMC.
Cherry
Yeah.
Hill
That's
AMC.
what I'm thinking about seeing it.
They also have a 4D version
No.
at
Paul sees all the movies in 4D.
yeah.
I'm
There's
like, I can't.
there's a in King of Prussia. There's an
That's what he goes to.
Oppenheimer-
That's what he goes to.
There's a 4DX Oppenheimer viewing,
I'm
and
sure
I want to
Barbie-
know
I'm sure
when
Barbie
that
can take
bomb
that
goes
over.
off in 4D. I want to
Bro,
see
like-
it fly through the wall.
Fly through the wall. I want to incinerate.
Did
What?
you see those TikToks where it was like Barbie, the next door people watching Barbie next to Oppenheimer, and it was just like the whole thing just exploded. And it was like there was one where like the wall exploded and like
I've seen that, bro.
You know the bus people flying up and down on the bus? That's just the Barbie movie right next to the Oppenheimer.
I read that double feature did well. I read a lot of people who saw both of them. They got a good amount of tickets for people who did a double feature.
I wanted to do a double feature today because there's a Barbie viewing at like.
You already watched the Barbie movie.
I know. Before that,
Wow.
there was a double feature, kind of. Where
Well, kind of where we could just head.
there was a Barbie movie at 5 p.m. and then Oppenheimer started at 8.
But then you came here and you're like, oh shit.
Well, no, because I already watched the fucking Barbie movie, so I was like, why would I just refunded the fucking ticket?
Yeah, so I'm seeing Barbie tomorrow. So I'll see a bunch of movies this week that I'll give my thoughts on next week if I
I
can.
can't wait for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
can't.
I cannot wait.
Literally, Barbie and the others will literally be like 2 minutes, and Turtles are just me and you would just be going off, even though you wouldn't even see it.
Just to have a whole podcast episode, just Khalid versus Logan. That's the episode.
Well, you have to see it first though, so that'll probably be the week. Because we're probably gonna do this Monday next week, I think. 'Cause I'm available. That's really one of the only times I'm available.
Fuck the hell. I hope this movie is so bad. I hope.
Thursday, I'm available next week. I don't know.
Fucking Quincy K till my bones decay.
Bro's really about to hit them Quincy slurs. He's gonna be so heated next week.
We gotta make one for TMNT.
Just a whole podcast, just us just going off. All right.
We're about to make a slur for the Teenage Mutant Ninja
Whenever
Turtles.
all of us see it, the next podcast after that, we have to do that. So that's what made you just be. What if you like it though? That's the thing. There's always a possibility.
Logan, if I like it, I won't be on the podcast.
Do you know what will be hilarious?
That's what I'm saying.
Do you know what will be hilarious?
Like,
Actually,
he's not showing up.
what would be hilarious is if you liked it and I hated it. That would be really freaking weird.
Yeah?
That would be weird. That would be weird. That would make an interesting episode, actually.
Like, Khalid, you've been hating on it since its announcement.
It's like Khalid, you were right, and it's like, no, Logan, you don't understand, you were right. and it's like, and then like you find out later on, it was like Logan's Eisen level plan to get you to admit that you liked the movie.
Yeah.
Now you've ruined it, Jesse. That's what I was literally playing on. I'm like, I should just not say what I think, and then when Khalid likes it, I'll just act like I did it. You ruined the whole plan, Jesse.
See, but what you didn't account for was when you pretend you didn't like it, and I actually did not like it. And I just start shitting on the movie.
I never pretended that I liked it, though.
Well, I'm saying, if you pretended you didn't like it to trick me, I would have just not liked the movie. The movie's fucking garbage. Gab, what the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? Gab just had a seizure on the fucking couch.
He had a stroke on the couch.
I'm stretching.
And Jesse's like, I wish I could be there for that.
Bro looked like he was scratching his ass on like the floor on a couch.
I'm stretching. It was a good ass stretch, okay? I've been sitting in this chair for 2 hours.
It's an hour and 27 minutes.
It's
We got
27.
here at 4:00.
We should actually wrap up soon because I have to use the restroom and I got to stand up.
It's literally 10 minutes until it's 6. So, there was no time for hot takes.
No,
apologies.
I have one hot take.
What?
Do it
Oh
real
my
quick.
God. What
Go,
hot
go.
take? Shoot it.
Okay,
Shoot the
so
hot take,
a
go.
podcast came out today. Mac versus PC. Go.
Like a Mac versus a Windows? For what? It just
That's the thing.
general-
Like, there's different things. Windows gaming is better. I think editing stuff, Mac is better.
Because I
Bro,
found this
Mac
out-
is-
I found
Mac
this
is
out
a-
earlier when I listened to the podcast. I don't really care about saying
I'm Mac, bro. Mac is gonna win.
See,
I'm
like,
still gonna go Mac.
There's a Mac game porter coming out.
gaming laptop.
No, there's a Mac game porter coming out where it ports over the systems from Windows
Oh, really?
in order to run games. Like there was a showcase where they were playing Diablo 4 on a Mac, but it was hitting like 10 FPS, but it was still running.
10 FPS. You just ruined your whole argument right there. 10 FPS, like, unplayable.
Okay, but it works. It still works.
I know people who have run, like,
gaming
what is
experience.
it, Windows, like, what do they call that? Not emulator, like, what do they call that?
No, it's an emulator.
And they're actually able to play. Or, you know, you got cloud.
No, he's talking about a
you
Windows
know, you
software,
always
I know
got
he's talking
cloud gaming. I'm just saying. You always have cloud gaming. You know,
Cloud
people
gaming
like it.
has never succeeded.
No, it's getting a lot better.
Stadia was the closest
I
it's
had-
ever
No,
got
you've
to
gotten
being
way
niche.
better than Stadia now. You've gotten way better than Stadia.
I had Stadia just to play free games on it, and then literally, like, they shut down, like, earlier this I never even played it really for... Had, like, a week.
But
just
I
to play
remember
video games.
randomly, I texted you. I was like, why did I just get like a $300 refund from Stadia?
Yeah.
And he was
because-
like, they shut down, so they sent all the money back. I was like, damn. Because I remember I bought the new Assassin's Creed trilogy,
You did.
Origins, Valhalla, and the Depression.
Doesn't
Odyssey.
Doesn't Switch have cloud gaming now for certain
It does,
games?
yeah.
What games?
Kingdom Hearts is one of them.
Like
Really?
Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy for some.
One of any game that is like really could not run on a fucking
Switch.
Switch.
I'm pretty
is
sure they have Xenoverse on cloud.
Not even Guardians of the Galaxy's.
That is
Marvel
too.
game is
Yeah,
also-
Guardians.
So like
of
you
the
can only
Galaxy
play it on Wi-Fi, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sucks.
it does suck.
So the whole point of the Switch is you can just
Yeah.
pick it up and then play it somewhere else.
Unless you have another profile on your account, in which case you need Wi-Fi no matter
Yeah,
what.
okay, Jesse. I see you shooting shots where you can.
I mean, it's not your fault. It's not. I'm blaming the system,
That's fair.
the literal system, because it's fucking stupid.
All right.
All right.
What did you say? You never said Mac or PC.
Yeah. Personally, I'm a Windows person. I've always had Windows.
I get why. I understand.
I've always had Windows. The only time I've ever used a Mac actively was for film class.
Also, I use Windows for like editors. Emulators. So, because it's easier to download and do emulators.
Windows is better to play stuff. Mac is better for everything else.
No, I wouldn't say.
I agree with you.
No, quite literally. Like, I never had I never used Mac until the other day. Or when I say other day, I mean like a couple year back, whatever.
The other day,
and I bought the Mac, and it changed my life. Like I literally cannot look at Windows ever. Windows is fucking disgusting unless I'm playing something. Mac is literally for everything else. It's just so fucking useful. It's so much faster than even the best fucking desktop you can get.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna say it was distractible. Markiplier's podcast. Today's episode was Mac versus PC, and he says from some website he bought a dual 4090 computer for like $20,000 in order to edit his Iron Lung movie, and then he bought a $3,000 Mac desktop, and that is processing shit faster than the thing. And that's why I was like, damn.
No, like seriously, it's fucking insane. Macs are
Like,
fucking amazing.
Dual 4090 Ti versus a entry level Mac.
And a
I'm
fucking
like,
iMac.
Jesus fuck.
Yes. They literally just better for anything else. Schoolwork, whatever you want to do. Anything business related, da-da-da. And then you just got Windows for fucking games. That's literally all it is.
It's crazy.
All right, you guys ready to wrap this up?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
I use
so
that.
I got stuff to do. You got stuff to do later on, so we got to wrap this one up early today. Hopefully
We
next
say
week.
early, we're
Hopefully
gonna
next
be
week
an
we can go 2 hours again, maybe. But all right, this has been the BS with the Boys podcast. I am Logan,
Gavin.
Khalid.
and
Jesse,
who was on a phone call today. All right, have a great day, guys.